The story begins with a girl named Drasa and hiding in a scary and dark cave. She had a sniper in her hand and she was sitting here waiting for someone. Then we see an airport a few kilometers away from this cave where a plane lands. And as soon as the president comes out of it, Drasa shoots him with her sniper and kills him. And then we come to know that she is not an ordinary girl, but she is an excellent and dangerous sniper. She aims at the president in such a way that the people around her do not even know who fired at the president and from where. Anyway, after finishing her work, Drasa keeps the bullet cover with her. After this, Drasa goes to meet her mother on her grave, because her mother was no longer in this world. But when she reaches the graveyard, she sees that her father is already sitting here. She goes to him and tries to talk to him. But then Drasa's father summarizes in front of him that he knows everything about his daughter, that she is a sniper, and just now she has killed a man. On this, Drasa answers him and says that sometimes I do not even sleep. And after saying this, she takes out the bullet cover from her pocket and gives it to her father. She also keeps this cover with the rest of the collected covers. And here we find out that Drasa has already killed a lot of people. Now Drasa's father tells her about his cancer and says that I have very little time left and I am only a guest for a few days. But in the coming days, if I do not die, then on this Valentine's Day, I will take my own life. Hearing this, Drasa's feet scratch the ground and she refuses to do this to her father. But he still says to Drasa that this is our last meeting and maybe we will not meet again. On the other hand, we see a man named Levi who has been troubled by his bad dreams. That's why Levi often sits by the sea and writes poems, and even today he is sitting here. Then suddenly a message comes to Levi in which he is told to come to an address. As soon as Levi reads the message, he immediately takes his car and leaves and reaches that address. As soon as he enters the house, he meets a lady named Bartholomew. And from these two conversations, we find out that Levi used to be a sniper in the military. But now he is retired from this job and spends most of his time at home. Here, Bartholomew talks to Levi and gives him a new mission and says that I want to send you somewhere else because you are a very good sniper, so only you can do this job. He also asks Levi if there is anyone in your family who will miss you after you leave, because it is possible that you will never be able to meet them after you go there. Hearing this, Levi gets a little confused and tells Bartholomew that there is no one like that in my family, and I live alone. After this, Levi is made unconscious, and when his eyes open, he finds himself in a plane. But Levi did not know yet which country was being taken for the mission. So when he tries to ask this question to the staff in the plane, everyone ignores him. But a pilot comes and tells Levi that your destination has come, and now they are going to land him here. He also tells Levi that you will have to walk at least 32 kilometers from here to reach your destination. Only then will you be able to reach the place from where you have to complete this mission. After saying this, he gives Levi a parachute which he wears and jumps down on the snow from the plane, and then slowly starts moving forward. Levi walks for 2 days, and after 2 days, he finally reaches his destination where he first meets a man named JD, who takes him to a watchtower and tells him that you will work here for the next year. I've also worked here for a year, but now my time is over, so now you are entrusted with this work. However, Levi still did not understand what work he had to do. When he asks the same question to JD, he tells him that there is a very deep trench here which is named Gorge. Levi just has to guard it and do nothing else. After this, he tells Levi the rules here and tells him that he can only contact these people once a month. And the name of his tower is West Tower, while on the other side there is also an Eastern Tower. But Levi does not want to talk to the people there in any way because his work is only to focus on his mission. And the people of the Eastern Tower also only focus on their mission. He also tells Levi that he can't contact anyone for a year. And there is also an automatic gun here which has to be reloaded every day if there are no bullets in it. There are also many mines below. If there is any kind of explosion in them, Levi will have to see them too. However, Levi still did not understand what his mission was. That's why he asks JD if his job is to stop the people coming here from getting close to Gorge. On this, JD says no, the thing inside Gorge has to be stopped from coming up. Then he picks up a small bomb and throws it into the trench. As soon as the explosion happens, a very scary and strange sound is heard from the trench, which looked like a monster. And here we come to know the reality of this trench, that there is nothing small or ordinary in it, but there is something very scary hidden in it. After this, JD tells Levi that the things that are hidden inside Gorge are called Halloween, and you have to stop them from coming up at any cost. It is said that in the year 1940, 3 Italians of the army went down to stop these Halloween, but they never returned. Also, he tells Levi about a stray dog alarm. The day that alarm starts ringing, that day you just run away from here without thinking anything. Although I don't even know why this has been said, but what I know is what I am telling you. In the meantime, their eyes fall on the tower in front of them where a new officer was now appointed, because the old officer had completed a year. Now, telling JD Levi about food, he says that his 1-year food arrangement has been made here. If he wants, he can also hunt. Meanwhile, JD also reveals in front of Levi that this place has been a secret for 75 years and no one knows anything about it. And we also have to keep this place a secret in the future. After saying this, JD comes out of here, and as soon as he smokes to give a signal, a helicopter comes to pick him up, and JD gets on it. But the officer in the helicopter first asks him his identity and then shoots him, from which we come to know that this place is so secret that no one is allowed to go out from here. Here we see Levi, who does exactly what he was told. He puts bullets in the automatic gun and starts examining the surroundings. When a whole month passes, he tries to contact someone from here and tells them that I have not met any enemy. Saying this, he cuts the call because he was only allowed to talk so much, and this message has to be sent to him only once a month. After this, he starts reading the books kept in the closet, and then his eyes fall on some messages written on the wall, which the people living here had written according to their own experience. After reading them, Levi comes out and tries to see the other tower with the help of a telescope, where he sees a girl sitting who is no one else but Drasa. Seeing the beauty of Drasa, Levi keeps looking at her but does not try to talk to her because she was forbidden to contact the other watchtower. Similarly, Levi spends 2 to 3 months here, and now Drasa had also known about him. So one day, when it is his birthday, she decides to talk to Levi and writes on a paper and asks Levi his name. After seeing this, he also picks up a board, and through it he forbids Drasa from talking to him. But Drasa still tells him her name. After this, Levi also writes his name without thinking much, and thus they become friends. One day when Levi comes to know that Drasa is a sniper, he aims at her luggage to take her test. After this, Drasa also picks up a sniper to prove herself and aims at her watchtower. But then she sees some monsters coming out of the trench. She quickly points to Levi and tries to tell him this, after which he starts firing at those monsters. But there were too many of them, so Drasa also helps Levi and kills those monsters from her watchtower. But in the meantime, a monster approaches her, which looked like half human and half animal. When Drasa sees it, she tries to shoot it to save her life. But there is no use and the monster keeps moving towards Drasa. But at the right time, Levi shoots it and kills it and saves Drasa. After this, the next day, Levi goes inside the mines where a small drone comes out of the trench and flies away. But before he leaves, Levi and Drasa both see it, but they don't know what it is. In this way, the two spend a few more months here, and now the month of December had started, where one day Levi decides to meet Drasa, and he ties a rope to the place where missiles are placed in his RPG. Drasa also sees him doing this, but she also doesn't understand what Levi wants to do. In the meantime, Levi leaves this missile on the other side, which was tied with a rope, and this rope reaches Drasa, after which she ties it with a tree, and then Levi reaches the other watchtower with it. Here, when Drasa sees him, she is very happy, but she asks Levi to take a bath before hugging him, and herself sees Levi taking a bath with the help of a CCTV camera. After this, the two talk to each other a lot, and in the meantime, Drasa asks Levi, "When did you take the longest shot?" On this, Levi says that I had killed a man from a distance of 3,240 meters, and first I used to work in the Marines. After this, he asks Drasa what is so special about this place that it has been kept so secret. Then Drasa tells him not to think too much and to mind his own business. In addition, she also tells him about her father who may have died by now. After this, She plays music and asks Levi to dance, after which they both dance together and come close to each other and cross all the limits. In the meantime, Levi tells Drasa about his poems and tells her that I have written a poem for you too. After hearing this, Drasa asks him to recite a poem, but Levi tells him that when we both leave from here, I will give you that poem. Now in the morning, Levi decides to leave from here. But as soon as he reaches the middle of the road, he sees that the monsters are climbing on his watchtower. But when they collide with the mine on the tower, there is a very big explosion in which Levi's rope burns and he falls into this pit. Here, Drasa is also seeing all this, so she quickly takes a parachute to save Levi and jumps into the pit without thinking. After which we see Drasa flowing in a river which was present in this pit. Somehow, she saves herself and brings her to the shore. At the same time, we see Levi hanging from a tree where suddenly a big crab comes and attacks him, because of which Levi falls down from the tree, and here the roots of the tree completely wrap him. Before she could harm Levi, Drasa comes here and saves him, and they both start looking at this place. At that time, some hollow men come riding on horses and attack them, but Levi and Drasa, instead of being afraid of them, fight them and kill 2 hollow men. But one of them runs away from there. Here the hollow man who was killed by Levi comes to him to check him, so he sees that he is wearing a uniform. Looking at the uniform, Levi remembers what JD had told him, that 3 Italian armies had fallen into this pit years ago, which never came back. But how is he still alive? This question forces Levi to think. Anyway, now they both move ahead and reach a place where the trees were coming out of the humans. Looking at them, it seems as if a virus has spread its terror here. Levi and Drasa were just looking at this scary scene when some hollow men start coming towards them. To save themselves, they both reach a church, but the church scene was extremely scary because many people's dead bodies were lying here who had taken their own lives to save themselves from the wrath of the virus. At that time, a spider attacks Drasa, which was very big in appearance, as if it was also affected by the virus. And as soon as it attacks them, they both shoot it and finish it here. But then some hollow men break the door and come here. As soon as they see them, Levi and Drasa quickly run to the church and reach a tunnel made in the middle of the mountains. And when they close the door and look at this tunnel from inside, they see a kind of lab where they had experimented before. Here they also get a backup generator from which they start. And then Levi also gets a DVD player here. When they play this DVD cassette, they see a lady on the screen who tells about her secret mission about this place. She also says that we were making a chemical missile here, in which many people were working together. But one day, when there was an earthquake at this place, the missile we had prepared started leaking due to the earthquake. And in this way, this chemical spread around, due to which many people became infected, and I am also infected. However, she had also told this to the military and said that it should be bombed and destroyed at this place, so that this chemical does not spread outside. But the military did not pay attention to her. After listening to this lady, Levi and Drasa understand everything, so they try to get to know this tunnel more closely. And then they get a modern computer here, which was very strange. So they decide to turn on this computer. And they are very surprised to see the information in it, because in this they get to know about a company called Dark Lab, which works to make paramilitary. They take samples of infected people from here and make their soldiers into super soldiers. So no country wants to completely destroy this place. Also, Levi gets to know that this tunnel is 4.2 kilometers long. After this, as soon as they come out of here, suddenly a hollow man attacks them and pulls Drasa with a rope and takes her with him. Although she tries to cut the rope, but it is of no use. Here, Levi also wanders here and there to find her and reaches a place where a very big missile was present. At the same time, we see Drasa hanging from a tree, and that hollow man is also standing in front of her, asking Drasa to open it. But when he does not listen to her, she somehow opens her hands and attacks him. The fight continues for a long time. Meanwhile, Levi also comes here and shoots the hollow man to save Drasa. But when he sees his name on his uniform, he finds out that he was the first person to guard the watchtower, who later became infected. So now they decide to get out of here and put a new battery in a car here and tie it with a rope. As soon as the car starts going up, suddenly a lot of hollow men come here and attack them. But they kill many of these hollow men with their snipers. But at one point, when their bullets run out, they set fire to them. and reach a hill and push this car down. And then they somehow reach the eastern tower. But they are afraid that none of them will be infected. With the help of a rope the next day, so Levi arrives at his watchtower where he contacts Bartold and asks, "Did you go inside, George?" Levi refuses this and tells Bartold that it is possible that an officer from the other tower has gone inside George, because someone has started our computer, so now you have to kill him. Although Bartold had already seen in the CCTV footage that these two had gone to George, but she does not express this in front of Levi. In fact, she herself comes here the next day, but Levi and Drasa both see her helicopter, and they find out that she has come here to kill them. So they quickly run towards the jungle. Levi knew that after crossing 4.2 kilometers, they will meet each other and then he can meet Drasa. So he attacks the antenna of the watchtower and the alarm starts ringing here. That is, the stray dog mode will be on here in the next 2 minutes, and this place will be destroyed on its own. Now Bartold also knew this very well, so she starts running from here with the helicopter. Here, Drasa and Levi also start running. After 2 minutes, the missile kept inside George is blasted, and because of this blast, all the Hollow Men are killed. At the same time, Bartold's helicopter also comes under the impact of this explosion, because of which she is also killed. Here Levi also falls into the water, but Drasa survives in all this, and she sits at one place and starts waiting for him. Many days pass, but no trace of Levi is found. So she reads his written poem, and then she starts her new life, and starts working in a restaurant. But suddenly one day Levi comes there, seeing whom Drasa is very happy, and then they kiss each other. And with this story ends here. So friends, what would have happened if you had been in this story instead of Levi and Drasa? Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.